You ready?
I think so. Hang on. Let me get situated.
Okay. Let's talk.
Let's do it.
Please. Let's do this. Have you seen the new Herbage yet?
Yes,
Of course you have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the first person that gets to see the new Herbage, I think.
Yeah, you are. You get to
Love
look
that.
over it
Love
and
that
approve
for
it. And
me.
if there are any mistakes, then it's your fault.
True.
No, I'm just kidding. So, what did you think? What do you think about this month?
I love the cover. I love that you went with a Women's History Month theme. You didn't tell me you were doing that, so that was exciting.
Yeah.
It was like a nice surprise.
See, it's a little inside thing. I normally don't tell people what the covers are going to be until it comes out.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I do that. It's just like, surprise. It's just like, who cares? Well, people do care.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love being surprised? I do.
Yeah.
Awesome. Tell me about the cover artist.
Well, this cover artist this is her third time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's Moed Art. I think I have her. Yeah, it's just MOED Art OKC. That's her Instagram and Facebook. But like I said, it's her third time to be on the cover. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. Really good. I love it. Every time I look at her art, I want to put it on the cover.
Yeah, I can see why. It's gorgeous.
But it would just be weird and unfair and not part of the brand to only use one person
Yeah.
on the cover.
Now you gotta change it up a little. But I can see the appeal. It really is beautiful. I pulled up her Instagram page. If you wanna
Sure.
check that out.
Hey, there's the cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was an ink drawing, and
But gosh, some of this is gorgeous. I love that.
yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
So cool.
If you kind of pay attention to her, she uses different mediums, but I really enjoy her painting on canvas.
Yeah.
And we had a strain of the month this month.
Yeah, tell me about that. Slimer.
That's another thing that I like to surprise people with too. They didn't know that I was going to do this. That brand didn't know, and I just let them know right before we went to press.
Oh, how fun.
And but anyway, no, I just found this strain kind of out of nowhere. The reason I got it because of the name.
Yeah.
In it smells great. I loved it. I loved everything about it. The only thing that I did not like about it is the how long it lasted, but that could just be my tolerance. I don't know. But
Cool.
the Territory Cannabis Company. Well, I picked it up at a spot that there's a couple of dispensaries that I typically go to, and I'm not a pre-roll guy. Are you a pre-roll?
Not typically.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get scared. I'm like, why are they free? Or why are they only a penny?
Yeah.
I'm not a penny pre-roll girl. I should say that.
Right.
I'm skeptical, but
Yeah, I guess I just trust the flower that I roll. I don't know. But anyway, I'm just not a pre-roll guy. Blunt's a different story, but so I thought I'd pick this up, and it was actually a pretty good pre-roll, so I wound up going and buying an eighth of it and cleaned my house.
Nice. I definitely need to pick some of that up. My house would thank me. Oh, that's cool.
I think I have a weird reaction to some strains. I don't know. I mean, is that a thing?
It is a thing. So Purple Punch is like a heavy indica, and it normally makes people really sleepy. It makes me like hyperactive, and I get super creative. That's my strain that makes me clean my house. Purple Punch.
Okay.
But then I can turn around and smoke something like, what was it? I think Blue Cookies, which is also a heavy indica, and I think it's like very similar to Purple Punch. And it puts me right to sleep.
Huh.
So
Okay.
I haven't really looked too deep into it, but there's something there.
All right, so I'm not that strange.
No, you're not
I
a
like
total
being a little
weirdo.
strange. Don't get me wrong.
You're just normal, sorry.
But it's hard to figure out sometimes with your medicine whenever some things don't act the way they're supposed to on paper, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I noticed one of our writers is in Houston.
Yeah. Brittany, she moved, Brittany Ross, she moved down to Houston, and she's keeping up the good work and the good word down there. She's got apparently a lot of friends and family down that direction, and is sending us words from there and about kind of what's going on in that area with cannabis. So it's
That's awesome.
It's quite interesting.
They need someone like Brittany down there.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Is right. So we got any good online stories coming up?
Yeah, so we actually have a new series coming up soon. If you saw our last month's issue, I know you saw it, but for those listening, the cover artist, Kathy Long, so she's started an online series with us called Lotus Letters. James asked me to kind of describe it to him, and I was like, I genuinely can't. I can tell you how they make me feel, which is like super happy. I got goosebumps reading her writing. I just love the way she writes. It's in the format of a letter, so you kind of feel like you're the recipient of this letter, and it's a love letter. So I don't know, it's just magical, it's beautiful. She talks about star seeds, which is something I don't know a lot about, but I'm interested in, so I really enjoyed that. But yeah, check it out. It'll be coming up soon.
Last month, whenever I got a chance to talk with her, and she's a special person, and I'm glad that she's writing for us now.
Yeah, I'm glad you connected the two of us, because we've kind of been sending each other love letters back and forth through Instagram DMs. She's just the sweetest person.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
We get along great.
I'm super excited. We started a new ambassador program.
Yes.
And one of the things I'm super excited about is the aspect that Herbage is going to bring to the community. We didn't want them to just, shout out Herbage. Hey, go read Herbage. We want it to be part of the community. We want to figure out how we can help and how we can throw different charities and things like that,
The Herbage Ambassadorship Program is something I've been really excited about. I'm really thrilled about the people that have joined us so far, and that the people that we have hopefully coming on board here pretty soon. But yeah, we're really I feel like the ambassadors are helping us get more involved in the community. Like, yeah, they're getting out there and they're getting involved, but through them, I feel like I've been more active and just networking and getting out there myself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just me personally, sitting back and watching, I can see a sparkle in your eye only from that, because it's something that it drives you, it gives you some drive, but it's really cool. I'm so happy that they're on board. I'm happy that you're taking charge there, and I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. What's up, Jamie?
Hey, I'm Jamie. I'm here in Tulsa. I'm out here doing like the cannabis influencing and trying to help build up some brands as well as build up myself in the industry. I'm trying to help change the stigma one patient at a time. So
We are so excited to have you.
What area are you in?
In Tulsa?
Tulsa.
Yep,
Okay.
in Tulsa. Broken Arrow, Tulsa area, Oklahoma.
But you'll be out and about in the community, not just in Tulsa, but all over the state.
Oh yeah, all over the state. From Oklahoma City. We were at the grudge match last weekend. So yeah, we're all over the place.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's up, Jazz? How are you?
Hi, how's it going, everyone? I am Jasmine Harvey. I am stationed here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Lived here all my life. This is my stomping grounds. I am a photographer, local photographer and artist. And I am, as what Jamie said, just breaking the stigma of cannabis one step at a time. I do a widow support group, which introduced cannabis in there for healing and things of that nature. And just anything that's involving cannabis education for patients is what I do right now. Just kind of seeing what I can help with in our industry.
Awesome. What about you, William?
My name is William Nagy. I'm from Oklahoma. Been here since I was 3 years old, so basically my whole life. I've secretly been obsessed with cannabis my whole life and trying to maintain a professional career as a front. And so I've always had a passion for it. Broke both of my wrists racing dirt bikes. I've also done that my whole life. So when I got prescribed prescription medication, I started using cannabis as a way to help. And I realized how stigmatized it was and how people were very uneducated about it. So I set out to do just that. And ever since I've kind of been selling it in the black market, I've always held a professionalism and a business mindset to it, that it was something to be respected and something to always take seriously and to teach people as much as I could about it. And I pretty much just try to do that now. I'm real excited to be a part of the ambassadorship program. That's pretty much what my main focus is, and I can tell the focus is of that as well. So I'm excited to be a part of it.
It's been exciting for me. And on top of just, spreading the word of Herbage, kind of adding to that is just advocating for patients and teaching them how to advocate for themselves. I think that's really big in Oklahoma. A lot of people are so afraid to walk into a dispensary or talk about the products that, find the products that work for them and ask questions. And we really want to help people be educated about the medicine that they're consuming so that they feel empowered to ask those questions and advocate for themselves.
Said very much more elegant than I did. So.
Very well said.
Yes.
So what do you got going on this weekend?
So I'm actually heading to the Oklahoma City Spirit Fair later this weekend.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
What is that?
So I wrote a little piece about it a few months ago. It's on the website. You should definitely check that out.
Yes.
But it is a metaphysical fair where they share a lot of new agey classes, workshops. You can get your tarot cards read. You can have your aura read. So it's just a combination of all the fun, spiritual type of stuff.
That's totally cool. Where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
So it's at the Wyndham Garden Airport Hotel, I think.
And it's
here in
open to the
Oklahoma
public?
City. Yeah, open to the public. Masks are required. They're big on social distancing and everything, but yeah, it's a pretty cool event. It's kind of like Oklahoma City's collective spiritual community all gets together and puts this on.
It sounds like something that our audience will be totally into.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. So you're gonna write more about it, right?
Absolutely. You bet. I'm never gonna stop writing about it. Eventually Cindy, the host of the fair, is gonna be like, please stop hitting me up.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm eating. Have you tried these?
Yeah, actually, those are some of my favorite gummies.
This is the strawberry tart flavor.
Okay.
Easy Street. Oh my gosh.
Do you remember that day that we visited Easy Street headquarters and they gave us some samples and you called me on Zoom later that day?
Yes.
Do you remember that phone call?
Sort of.
I was about 3 gummies in. That's 30 milligrams for me.
So that's pretty hardcore for you.
Yeah, you were concerned about me. Like, you asked me if I was okay. And I was like, I think so. I just ate some gummies.
It sounds like it was a good conversation.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Who
Highly
else?
recommend.
Yes. Thank you, Easy Street. Oh yeah, and you made a video after that. Okay,
Yeah, those were the gummies.
That's right. Yeah.
It
okay.
took quite a lot of gummies to make that video.
I don't know why. You do great videos. Come on. All right. So the Spirit Fair. All right, that's awesome.
Yeah, very excited.
We have not done an Oaksterdam update. What's up with that?
Oh yeah, so I've had week 1 of class just yesterday. Sorry, my days are like running together. I had week 1 of class yesterday. We got through our orientation last week. We got down to the nitty gritty this week. We got to meet. So at the end of the semester, we turn in a capstone project. It's a group project where we are basically assigned a group that we have no choice in under a category of our choice. I chose ancillary because I work in the cannabis industry, but not in the cannabis industry. So
Right,
it made
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
But
You're
we got
surrounded
to
by cannabis.
Exactly. But I'm not directly involved with working with it.
Gotcha.
So I was assigned a group. I got to meet my partners yesterday. We got to kind of brainstorm different ideas for our business plan. And at the end of the semester, we'll turn our business plan in. We'll basically present it to our teachers and to the judges as like they would on Shark Tank.
Sure.
Like, this is why we believe that the cannabis industry or Oklahoma's industry or whatever needs this business, needs this service or product that we're going to provide, and this is how we're going to provide it.
What a fantastic opportunity for
Yeah,
you to be able to do that. And I mean, it's your peers that you're talking with, and it's people from all over the world. Do you have anybody from outside of the United States?
I do.
In the class?
I know we have somebody from Brazil. We have a guy from, I think, Germany in there, and a couple of others. But yeah, it's a very diverse group of people. We have people from all over the United States as well. There's quite a few from San Francisco specifically. That's where Oaksterdam is out of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people in that area.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm always curious. Do they have any opinions or questions about Oklahoma and the industry and stuff like that? Or they?
It's actually kind of funny because up until this point, everybody I meet from outside of Oklahoma is like, yeah, Oklahoma's cannabis industry. I've been watching that. It's a great industry. But in Oaksterdam, it seems like they haven't quite heard about us yet. At least the people in my classmates haven't quite heard about Oklahoma yet. So I'm looking forward to enlightening them a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, what another great opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
That's
we're
awesome.
here with Delene Gilbert with Full Spectrum Integration. Hi, Delene. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you doing, James?
I'm doing awesome. I can't wait for our event that's coming up on 4/20, and I really can't wait to see what we're able to do with Little Buds. And I wanted to see if you can come on here and just kind of talk to us about what Little Buds does.
Yeah, so in 2018, whenever this all started, obviously the price to get your card was substantially more than it is today. But multiply that times 2, and that's exactly what all the minors were facing as far as the recommendations for doctors that were charging anywhere from $150 to I've seen $300 per recommendation. So families that have sick children they're already dealing with medical bills, whether they've been diagnosed with terminal cancer. And I have experienced this with a lot of our little buds, is they're dealing with some pretty severe diagnoses, such as the terminal cancer, ADHD, autism, epilepsy, MS. I mean, some pretty, serious diagnoses. So these kids are in severe need of getting their medical marijuana card to help treat their symptoms with something a little bit less invasive, less toxic for their bodies, just so they can achieve less side effects. Their parents didn't like what their kids were becoming, which in some cases were just zombies reliant on those medications. And they just couldn't, whenever they reached out to get a recommendation, they wouldn't be able to come up with the funds to, cover the cost, which would be around, $400, $500.
Right.
So that's why we wanted to go ahead and start helping these kids get access to a doctor who is either wanting to donate their time so that they can do the first or the second recommendation for this kid, or something, if we could, raise funds to cover the costs that the doctor is requesting so that the families don't have to worry about that on top of all the medical bills they're already facing.
Right. And so one thing I want to point out that people need to get is Deline, and the people that work with Deline really do the footwork for this. They really get out and get in the trenches and make this happen for these kids. And we really want to do, us as Herbage really want to do everything that we can to support you guys, and very just honored to be in the same room as with what you're doing for children. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
And how can people maybe donate or get involved?
So just to clarify, this is definitely a 501c3 charity organization. So what that means is a portion of this, it allows for federal tax exemption for a nonprofit organization, which is exactly the status we have. So you're able to not only write that off on your taxes, but it is a charitable donation. This is a true certified charity organization. Huge shout out to Heather Fry, who's the CPA who filed for us. And Arcelia Miller and Denise Griffin both have done tremendous work on connecting the little buds to fill out the application if they're needing financial assistance, and moving them forward so we can get the doctors in place to help the kids. So I will say one of the most distinct provisions unique to the Section 501c3, again, is that tax exempt entities will be able to have that tax deductibility from their donations that they make to little buds, which it can be cash donation, check donation, anything along those lines. We have capability of processing payments on that end. So we are in the works of getting a bank account opened with Oklahoma State Bank so that we can actually move forward with that. Because we're a nonprofit, luckily that works in our favor. So that's kind of the logistics of how Little Buds is set up as a charity.
Right. Okay. Makes sense. And this was under the Oklahoma Women's.
Yes. So the Oklahoma Women Can Association is the name on the filing, and the trade name that we filed for has Little Buds on it. So DBA Little Buds. Okay,
cool. So just a bunch of women getting together and trying to help out kids.
Yep. It seems like that's our thing. We like to nurture. We like to take care of people, and especially when it comes to kids, it's just perfect for us to translate that into taking care of other kids and other families that aren't in a good position to help their kids heal, to help their kids get better, and help educate the kids as far as there's an alternative to your treatment. So providing that alternative is definitely something we're all passionate about, and it's great to channel that in all the women that are members of that are members of Oklahoma Women Can, So it's easy for us to come together and support these kids and support their families. And we've gotten tremendous interest since we've launched the golf tournament. So I'm really excited to see what the result is. We're really excited to see how much we can help through this.
Bring some more awareness with it. It's something very important, like we stated, and just very, very pleased to hopefully help out as much as we can. So,
according to their numbers, and I think we released this a few days ago, we've helped over 100 kids. So that's how, one of the things that I listed in the article that was just published with you guys is the hardest part in getting these kids taken care of is there's only a small few doctors who will actually do the recommendation for the kids. So if we can expand that network of doctors that are willing to help, that is obviously step one for us. Is, maybe they don't want to drive to a certain clinic, and we want to provide financial help on that end too, if that's the case. But again, getting more doctors would be great to have listed. We have dispensaries that are hopping on board with providing discounts for these kids. So if they want to come to a certain dispensary, we're compiling a list of those dispensaries that will say, hey, 50% off products for all minors. And we're pretty excited about launching that so that kids know where they can go and not have to pay, the same amount of expenses that a typical adult would.
Absolutely. And those, brands that get involved, who knows, maybe something that they have could be really the savior for these kids, for kids. And in order to get there, they need to, get involved. One of the things that you're involved with is full spectrum integration. And I wanted to say that was a great way to get in touch with you as well. Would you like to talk to us about Full Spectrum?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have been operating, I want to say we are at 3 or 3.5 months now. It's a clinic primarily for patient licensing and renewals. And in the past month and a half, we've doubled how many patients we've been able to help, not only on the little bud side, but just getting people access to a good clinic in the Shawnee area that's affordable, and we try to make the process as quick and easy as possible. You can find our listing or where we're located on Weed Maps. Again, we are in Shawnee, but if you want more details, you can go there and find us. I will say I do have some exciting news that nobody has heard yet, and through full spectrum integration and advocacy through Little Buds, we've been in talks with the state about discounting all minor state applications to what the discount would be for Medicare, Medicaid, or 100% disabled veterans fee would be, which is $22.50. So I'm hopeful that we can make that part even more affordable for all kids that are obviously paying twice what the adults are paying for their medical marijuana license.
Right. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you, Deline.
Thank you, James, for having me. I'm excited and ready for the 420 golf tournament.
Yeah, me too. I do want to point out one thing. The other day I was in Deline's office, or not in the office, but in the waiting area, and there was a guy that walked out, and he specifically commented of how easy that you made everything for him. Whenever he had actually gone to someone that he was trying to get help from, and they had confused him so much that he had almost given up. So thank you for everything that you do. And it does matter, it matters to have a human person involved sometimes.
Oh yeah, and OMA does lose sight of that connection with the patient. So if I can provide that for them and, give them a little boost of confidence that eventually I can definitely get you your card. I can process your application with my eyes closed. I have a really awesome assistant if I'm not here that can help them. So it's been, I'm happy that you acknowledge that, and it's great to hear that kind of feedback. I'm so thrilled to help anybody with any questions they might have or any troubles they might have had with a different clinic and maybe they didn't get approved. Logging in and figuring out what the problem is so we can make sure that they get their license in the mail. That's of utmost importance to me.
Okay. All right. We'll see you on the tee box.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been fun.
just keep on coming up with these great opportunities to get the word out. Not only that, but learn ourselves and continue to help others learn as well. You're doing a
Right.
great job, Anna.
Well,
So
thank you.
anyway, I'm very, very happy with this month's issue, and I can't wait for everybody to get a chance to check it out and read it. As always, you know, Anna and I and everybody that's involved with Herbage, we really want to support our artists and our local industry and our people. And so it just it makes me happy every time one of them comes out. So it gives me a little smile on my face. So.
Yeah, we were just pulling into your garage and I just saw the boxes sitting there just waiting to be sent out to all of the dispensaries and drop locations, and it made me smile.
Yeah,
It's exciting.
I mean, it is exciting. We kind of, I mean, not to talk about herbage or anything, but we really started with nothing, and now we're in about 400 different locations. So it's pretty cool, pretty exciting. Anyway, anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Let's have some more easy streets.
Yeah, let's see some more gummies.
I got some flowers somewhere.